What's up, y'all, bro? What are you? I had to realize that you can't believe in somebody's mouth or what they words. Their mouth may be moving. It may signal that they could speak. They have no problems. You know, they have coherent speech or whatever. You know, at the end of the day, the power is in the the tongue. The mouth. People can convey certain words or emotions to you without even knowing or whatever. Try to get off on you, so you gotta watch. Because I realized that people could be lying. Like, somebody could tell you a story of this happened and the whole story, it could be a lie. Like, whole time people would just be capping. Somebody could make a whole scenario up in their head of what they think happened, but it wasn't. You don't know what that person went through in their head. You don't know if they had brain damage or brain surgery or certain medications, so they like think a certain way. They just had a trip or an episode. Like, you just don't know. Like, you know, people be lying, bro. So watch people's words and mouth, like, and who they are, because people can be capping, bro. Somebody could tell you a whole story. It could be a opposite of that, or it cannot even be a real story. It could be fake. People be capping, bro. You can't just believe somebody is like down bad or in a problem because the problem happened to them and they're the victim. Sometimes people, I want to say the word, but screw their own lives up and it crashes onto them, and they just don't save themselves. So they just have a victim mentality. I mean, some people think life just comes after them and they just fall through, but even when that happens, they just can never like gain their sanity back. you know it's like you just don't know what people are like. You can't trust they words. I'm not telling you to be paranoid, but you got to see beyond that. I'm telling you to see beyond the words in the mouth and really study, because you're gonna really see that it's just a story that people tell. It's gonna be like tell you like, damn, a motherfucker will lie to you the whole time. Cause I used to talk to people right when I was younger, right. Um, I would walk from school. We would talk, have these long conversations. We'd be chatting up, laughing, and this motherfucker telling me a life he's not even living. Like, you telling me that you this, you do that, but then 10 years later, you want to live. You're living that exact life, but when you're younger, talking to me, you're not even living that lifestyle. Like, this is crazy. Like, I used to like, you know, have friends or people I talk to. I won't even say friends because I'm not even cool with them, and they would just lie to me. About things they have or they done or they age. Like, why are you lying to me? I could clearly see that you lying, but I didn't kind of like, you know, deny that there was lying. Like, I didn't was like, oh, they're probably lying. I was like, I just went on like I believed them because that's what they telling me. They're telling me they truth and that's their reality. But then later, as I would be to myself and I would think, I'd realize that they were just capping. They were just telling me a story, because why can't you be yourself? Like, why sometimes when you see me, you act like you don't like know me or you want to give me a weird energy, because people just be capping, bro. That's all they do. Like, you can't believe people's words. You gotta see beyond that. You gotta see beyond the words that's being conveyed to you and the feelings. Because when somebody's telling you something, bro, and whatever, it's like when you watch a movie, right, and you hear a story, you're envisioning the story unconsciously or consciously, like you're just flowing. That's the same thing when somebody's telling you that whatever you're paying attention to fully or not, you're hearing the story, and that's gonna be the emotion, and that's going into your mind, thinking that is what it is, but it's not, because your subconscious mind can't tell the difference between imaginative, imaginative reality and real reality. It can't tell the difference between the imaginations and reality. It because it thinks it's the same, because it just can't tell the difference. And just like all these blocks and structures or whatever, your brain creates that, so it's not gonna really tell the difference or try to like do it. It's just gonna project that because your brain projects things, you know, and that is what it is. So you have this thing, right, and label that, and your brain labels it a different way. How is it gonna tell the difference between that if it's already labeled a certain way? You can call it anything because your brain just can't decipher. It only works on patterns, and what's being fed onto it, you know, and the memory. That's only what it feeds. That's why people say your mind creates the reality, because when you start to like add on that memory, you're gonna start to like when you start to like put that thing or whatever you want into your mind and you want it, you're gonna start to see more because you're gonna pay attention to it, and it's just going to happen. It's gonna like project outwardly because your brain can't tell the difference. That's the same thing with people. Somebody could tell you a whole life or whatever of what they are, but the whole time it's not even that. It's a lie, and you're kind of seeing it how it may be theirs, but it's not. It's a character. It's a mirage. So don't always believe people's words, man, because people could be lying. Like, it's calculated, man. Just how the human brain is able to adapt and code switch. You gotta look at the many personality types people have. A lot of people be crazy or be having mental disorders, but they're able to like be normal, I guess. Or I'd say neurotypical. You know, it's just like you be hearing people's life that they had it so hard and their parents left them or this. They could be capping. They probably was done something stupid or something like they don't want to admit it, and they created this whole story, this whole mindset of victimhood, like the whole world's against them. You can't trust people's stories. They be lying, bro. Because it's the ego. The ego mind, bro, wants control. It doesn't want to admit that it's wrong. It does not want to see itself as not being itself because it thinks that self is real when it's lying. It's actually dark or it's empty, you know. And people don't and that's very unconscious that people have these traits. And I just be like, how they just lie and how they just do it with ease. I think people just do it and they like people are just that way. Like, I guess they have the story of they in this like head, and it's like certain things may remind them of what they think of what they are when they're really not. Their reality is different. It's like they're in their own little psychosis, but they think that's what reality, but it's not. You know? So you gotta like watch the words because people be lying, bro. This how you think something is real, like online. It looks real, then it shows you like a side-by-side photo of it being an AI. It's just not real. People could fake it. Like, even in real life, somebody could fake it. You could be walking around and somebody could have a mask on, you know, a silicone mask. That person may not even be a human. That person may be a genetified animal, you know, disguised as a human being with like, you know, some freaking monitor inside. Like, you just never know, bro. Just like, bro, just don't look at things beyond your perception or your basic senses, because it could be more of what you think or not what you seem like. It's that insane stuff. This life, what you think it is, not even real. It's all a fabrication, bro. Oh my goodness. I'm not telling you to be paranoid. I'm just telling you to have that, you know, that eye, the all-seeing eye, and just think deeper and see beyond of what you see in front of you.